Your dad never showed you how to do life? How come I have to show you? I'm a fat, sweaty guy in my garage. Like, I'm the YouTube guy. Do you know what that means? The YouTube fat, bearded, sweaty guy has to tell you how to do life? Oh, brother, I'll tell you something. That's pretty rough shape you're in there, right?
Okay, gentlemen, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, all your rooms, lock it down. 10 o'clock, lock it down.
So, tell you what, I just had an exhausting conversation. And I really don't like having this conversation. But we are our brother's keepers. And I got an Abro who is trapped inside of victimization of his own doing. An anchor he has chosen to cleave to, that he has constructed in his mind of, oh man, if only this, then I could this. There's a whole generation of kids nowadays, and you guys tell me in the comments below, after we're done with the video, don't comment until we're done talking, okay? It's a wise thing to do, right? But like, have you known somebody or whatever? They have everything they need. They just can't execute on the adventure of life. What makes people not start their life adventure? And the only times they did start was when other people, for that moment, put a funnel above the carburetor and poured in combustible material. Right, give it some gas. And you take it away, and it stops. The people my age have a malfunction in executing life. Okay? Now, some of them really kick ass. I know guys that really kick ass at it, right? But a lot of them, man, I'll tell you something like, oh, well, like I was going to do stuff in life, but then, well, I'm working up to it. And you're 30 and 40 years old, bro, and you ain't been in life yet. I don't get that shit at all. When I was a kid, and I classify a kid as being 17, I decided I'm the hell out of here the second it's legal to do so. I went to the recruiter and shit. And I figured it out and like, all right, when I'm legally able to get out of here, I'm gone, right? Signed up for a deal. The second I graduated from high school, like a freaking rocket ship, out of here. Life is an adventure. Adventures are not comfortable. They're not comfortable. If you want comfort, go live in your cold, dark grave. So I did a graph here, see, for a friend, okay, who has a motivation problem in executing his life. Okay? Like, I don't understand this whole bullshit of like, here's the graph of the current state is right here. There he is right there, see? And I don't know if you can see, he's got a bottle right here, a wine bottle. And over here is a razor blade. And here's the bathtub because he's so sad. And here's the anchor, the boat anchor of his problems. He was a poor young soul raised in a horrific environment of the rural United States, Great Plains area, where he had both parents that were married his whole life. And he went to school and never had any horrific shit happen to him in his whole life. But nobody understands him. And now he just has mental problems and shit like that, and he just can't deal with it, and he needs mental health days. What the hell? You choose to have a problem. You anchor yourself to your imaginary problem for attention. And then you get out your sulking equipment, your wine bottle, and your razor blades, and your bathtub, and your bubble bath. And you sit there and, oh, just so cruel world, so mean to me. You ever been around, man? The hell, a North Dakota kid with both parents? You freaking kidding me? Or whatever state you guys are from? I don't know where you're from. You probably know people like this. They had like a decent upbringing, like lived like in the middle class or something, right? It's usually those kids that have the worst problem. Oh, it's so tough for me. What the hell? Define that shit. So this is where you choose to be. By the way, I don't know if you see the roof here. There's the ground level. There's the pickup truck right there. Here's the tree. So this is what they call the basement area. And see that lady up here? Oh, I'm the mother. I will feed you from my teats forever. And they don't help a whole lot by enabling this shit, right? And so here's the mother helping the baby. Oh, the baby still, it's a 30 or 40-year-old baby. Let me feed it. Hey, mama bird, ease up. Let that baby bird try to fly for a minute. Maybe it'll do okay. But the baby bird, so helpless. Nobody, I can't find any worms where I'm at. I'll just sit here with my mouth open like this. I sat here all day waiting for Mama Bird to cough a worm into my mouth. But she didn't come on time. I'm feeling so weak, people. They're so weak. Holy crap, dude. So the objective in life by a lot of these people is like, I want to have the happy life with me and the wife and the kids, like the Donna Reed show. Okay, this is your objective and you're crying because you can't get there. So what's your obstacles? There's a series of obstacles that are in the way. What chick on the face of the earth, there's a lot of them apparently, should be attracted to some dude who never adulted, ever? He lives with his mommy in a basement or on the property. You're not a man if you're doing that. That's so harsh, Rex. Oh, now I'm more depressed. Can't make your own shit. Can't do your own thing. Can't make your own nest. Can't do shit, can you? Without mommy there. So here you are. You're in mommy's basement. You're in mommy's yard. What kind of chick would be attracted to that? Now, you might have a very special woman and still be in this case where like they're sort of tolerating that deal. But you don't get to pretend to be the man. Not until you adult. And guess what? I'm in the very extremely luxurious position of not having to care whether you're adult or not. Because I am a man and I've adulted immediately when I was a teenager. And I'm done with that shit. So now I get to sit here and make fun of you on my graph. How about them apples? Motivation time. So what do we got here? Well, look at the graph here, see? Oh, so in 1 minute, you can literally choose to get rid of your bullshit excuses in life. Did you know that? In your procrastination? Well, I was gonna try to go be a man, but I was busy playing Mario Kart for years in the basement. Okay, but you can choose in 1 minute not to procrastinate. You can get past that shit. That's the first roadblock, is a choice to step out of your mommy's protection. For God's sakes, people. You like this, guys? I don't know if I'm going to put this on YouTube, actually. We'll see. I'll have to rewatch it and make sure it's okay. Probably better have another Brewski here, huh? You guys know this guy, don't you? Mm-hmm. Not necessarily bad. It's just like there's a malfunction. The carburetor is jammed. Something's messed up. They're not like, it won't start. The car will not start and drive forward. Or maybe it's running and they just never put it in drive. Like, I don't know what to do. Where's your dad? Did he tell you where drive was? What do you mean? Your dad never told you how to put the car in drive? Well, it won't shift. Well, you got to push down on the brake on these new model cars, and then you can come out of park and it'll go into drive. That's easy shit. Then you drive, right? Let alone stick shift and all this clutch starting and stuff, right? Your dad never showed you how to do life? How come I have to show you? I'm a fat, sweaty guy in my garage. Like, I'm the YouTube guy. Do you know what that means? The YouTube fat, bearded, sweaty guy has to tell you how to do life? Oh, brother, I'll tell you something. That's pretty rough shape you're in there, right? Geez. So, in 1 minute, you can choose to exit your mama's protection. And then guess what? Now you're in a position where you're not trapped by your own anchor bullshit. Now, what's preventing you from getting the grand goal? The female, with the female stuff going on, and the future. Which, by the way, if you're a Bible guy, is commanded. Did you know that you're commanded to do that? You're commanded to have the subjective happen. See the scroll he's carrying here? That's the important stuff where you can find someone who you're mated up with. Well, if this lady's cool with you carrying around all the scroll of life wisdom stuff, she must be slightly or higher quality. So what's the obstacles? Would she be attracted to this guy? No, that's a freaking train wreck. That's worse than a carnival. That's really pathetic. There's no women that I know that would be attracted to that. Okay? So you come out of that, get rid of your procrastination. Well, what do you need to do? To attract a female of the same species. What do you think females are attracted to? Just checking. Anyone know? What's a female attracted to? Johnny Depp? Yeah, crazy ones. What else are females real normal females attracted to, right? Well, Tom Cruise. Think beyond Hollywood, guys. I mean, 0 to infinity, beyond the sword, like beyond Hollywood. What's a female attracted to? An adult. They want a man. They want an adult. What's an adult? I don't know, Rex. They take care of the household. What do you mean? Oh, they have a house? Holy smokes. Never would occur to me. You mean they're not in their mom's house anymore? They have their own house that they actually control without some kind of deal going on their property or whatever the hell, right? So they have their house. They have their own cash, which means they can produce for the family. They can make cash enough to give this, which means they are a leader, which means they are a strong, brave man, adult, which brings the woman security. Women seek security. That's what they're attracted to. Are you a man, an adult that's strong and brave, that can make sure I'm going to not die and be sheltered? And you're going to lead stuff? Rex, that's kind of the old way of thinking. It is the old way of thinking. The old proven way that advanced the species to launch spaceships and shit before the depravity hit. I don't know. You're kind of scruffy there, Rex. Oh, okay. Whatever. They want security. It's an old saying I learned from a mentor of mine. Women seek security like men seek approval. And I sure as hell ain't approving of no man that is not a man, is a little baby who doesn't know how to commit to anything, doesn't know how to man up to his responsibilities. If you're one of these guys and if you drug a woman into this shit, you drug your woman to your mom's house? I'm not going to approve of that. Are you going to be a man or what? Or is your mommy the man? What's your example? What's your male role model? Just checking. Kick the tires on the car. Be scientific. Facts, not feelings. Quantify it. Math is a blade to cut away the bullshit. All the stuff we talk about on Patreon, guys. The training stuff. You can't lie against mathematical actual facts. Mom's basement? Check. Right? Oh, there's a point. Mom's yard? Check. Don't have your own shit for real? Check. Can't commit? Can't actually tie the knot? Can't actually commit? Can't put a ring on it? Check. Not a man, too scared of a decision. Why? Because you're not a man. Men make decisions. Men make executive decisions that kick ass to take care of those responsibilities they have volunteered to take care of. Right? So women seek men who are adults, who can give them security and leadership and be strong and brave. So strong and brave, they got more than a minute away from their mom's house. Holy crap. What a strong, brave man to do that. I'm sorry if I'm being facetious. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. Where has this world gotten from us being so delicate towards this dumb shit? Guess what? After you're an adult man who is strong and can bring security to the woman, you might be in an actual position to date. You're dating then, okay? Now you can find a chick of the quality standards you're looking for because you are an adult man that can bring you security. That was your objective. That's our objective in life, right? What is a man? What's a man? A man is a guy that appears to be a male. Is this what makes a man right here? Look at this. Is this what makes a man right here? I'm pretty sure I'm a dude. That's not what makes a man. Is it a stern, confident look? Hey guys, Rex here. Let me tell you about being a man. Is that what being a man is? Welcome to RX Brewski Hour on Patreon. Unless it makes it to YouTube, which I don't think it did, man. Maybe we'll see. Oh, here we go. Outstanding. Rex, you're talking about principles and drinking beer. Yeah, that never happened in history or in extremely important books ever, where the guy went and drank beer with people and explained life to them and truth so they could hear with their retarded ears. What level of volume do I have to say to convey the truth to boys pretending and wanting to be men? What is a man? Well, I would say a Y chromosome. What does the Y chromosome produce if it's firing effectively if you didn't drink too much damn Starbucks soy lattes? What is a Y chromosome? What characteristics does that facilitate in the male part of the species of Homo sapien sapien? Anyone know? How much toughness we can project? I've seen a lot of that shit. I was talking with a bro about this earlier, I won't get into it. I don't want to step in that minefield and hurt people's feelers. All the shit people will attach to themselves and dress up as, and all the stuff they'll do to themselves to try to pretend to be a man. What's an actual man? In a nutshell, a man is someone of the male species that does what he says he will do. He says he's going to take care of business with the woman. He takes care of the woman, period. He says he's going to help out with a certain project, like, oh, I'm going to be the radio operator on this certain project. He will go and execute on that shit. He won't wait and screw around for months and months and months. Oh, yeah, I'll do that. And then he never gets around to it. That doesn't make any sense, does it, guys? A man does what he says, or he'll die trying, right? That's what I think. You know why? Because that's a characteristic which defines dependability and reliability, and is strong and brave and is a leader, offering security. Someone with those personality traits. So I'm here to motivate my fellow compadres. And for those of you that are thinking of someone, I know, dude, it's okay. I like to say I have empathy for that class of deal, but I don't understand the malfunction. Because I was never in that boat. I skipped from adolescence, from teenager to man. But what would make someone want to hang out in that limbo forever? What's that limbo space of not a man, but sorta? Where do you get the benefits of both? You get actually neither. You don't have the freedom when you choose not to be a man, when you choose that your mommy is still in charge, whether that be mommy government or literal mommy, the property owner, or whoever the hell. When you choose that that's who's in charge of you, how in the hell, how it's not functioning to your ability or what you're supposed to live up to do. How you guys doing? Gonna make it? A little scary of a conversation. Probably said 10 things to get me kicked off the internet already. I don't know. I have to watch this before I post it. If this posts in the morning, trust me, this was at night when I recorded this, right? After a long day of drawing shit on the board for dudes that are trying to... And plus, it doesn't matter what people say, what they project. It doesn't matter what they think it was cool that they do it for a job. It matters what you do, right? That's the important thing. There's a lot more on that kind of stuff in the training on the Patreon page. And I'm not trying to have hierarchy over anybody. I'm just saying, if you guys would meet me in person, you'd be like, wow, Rex is a normal, messed up, fat, hairy guy. How is it that I'm tasked with having to explain this to people? Is there a lack of dudes around here that can explain this shit to people? I got a whole new video I'm going to record pretty soon. What makes a tough guy? What makes a tough guy? I've dealt with tough guys in various capacities my whole life in different jobs. I had to be a tough guy for a job. I've had to work with tough guys for jobs. I've had to fight against tough guys for jobs, right? And all kinds of other shit like that there. What makes a man tough? For all the guys that think they're tough. Oh yeah, those guys are stupid there, living in their mom's basement. Okay. Define these. We need to define these things. Our culture is so messed up and so shallow and so externally minded. that I don't think we know what tough means anymore. Are you tough because you can bench press 500 pounds? I used to bench press 420. Was I tough? I don't know. Had nothing to do with that. I've known guys that could bench press barely 75 pounds and were tougher than guys that could bench press 500 pounds. Mentally, physically, spiritually, in terms of tenacity, being tenacious, following through, being a freaking man, actually executing on what you say you're going to do. That's a whole different ballgame, right? Different measuring. What measuring stick do we use for tough guys? I used to play musician gigs, right? In rock and roll band. And we'd have biker gangs come out. Biker gangs like Harleys and beards and tough guy shit. Like, I drive a motorcycle and I drew it on my arm forever. Therefore, I'm tough. Like, nothing against those guys, but what in the hell is that deal? Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Like, how dare you make fun of the Harley drivers, Rex? Dude, I love Harleys. If I would buy a motorcycle, it'd most definitely be Harley because they're loud and awesome. I even wore Harley bandanas in some of my shooting videos. And I drove Harleys once. If that's your identity for being a man, what the hell? Right? Putting on the pose like a flamingo? Or what are those damn things? A peacock? Brr. My treacherous little peacock. Ooh, you have sparkly accessories on your face to be a very tough guy. What the hell, man? Define a tough guy. What is the criteria for this shit? Well, I posed in a magazine and I was pretty tough. I was the head of the sports ball team. I'm pretty tough. I used to be in Taekwondo and I won the kickboxing competition. That means I'm tough. No, that means you can flail your shit with greater kinetics than the next guy. Define toughness in the context of what makes Homo sapiens viable. Wisdom, intelligence, follow through, doing what you're going to say do. Principles. What are the 7 Army values? Add that on there. And I don't even like them guys anymore, right? Like courage. They give the PowerPoint show, right? Anyone that could actually adhere to those values, I'd respect them a lot. Right? If that was a thing that was actually followed by some outfit someplace, rather than just as on the poster, that's pretty awesome, right? What do you guys think? Here's one for you. QSL below for the patrons that know what that means. Okay? And for the rest of you, if this makes it on YouTube, respond below. What's your definition of a man? What is a man in your definition? I just got to know. I just got to know what that means to you. Because apparently having this conversation repeatedly over time is exhausting to me. If you guys can define this for me, this might help streamline my procedure. And with that, if you enjoyed the RX Brewski Hour, where I continue to drink the Brewski in my garage and then be able to talk about these extremely wonderful things in life, subscribe to the RX Patreon or TiborasaurusRex Patreon channel. Whatever, dude. Like, all right, you guys get the idea, right? If you like it, we got lots more. If not, that's cool. We'll continue to post here. All right. Be a man. Own your stuff. Have an adventure. Have a plan. Get the woman. Live the dream.